The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. So straight into the action. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Neymar. Corner it is.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And he can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, there is the multifunctional Frankie de Jong.
Yeah, he impressed me a lot, this fella. I've watched him since he was a young prospect, and I really liked what I saw, particularly in the Spanish Cup final in 2021.
Saving grace of what had been a disappointing season for the Catalans. Emphatic win that, though.
4-0, in fact, yeah, and de Jong got the second.
Yes, he did, against the men from the Basque Country. Aimed beyond the defence. And it's a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And he thumps it clear. Out of play for a throw. Oh, he's been caught napping. Lofted in. Oh, important interception. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Messi running with the ball. And he's well positioned here. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights. Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And he was quick to react. Now it's Gullit. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's nice. Messi! Barcelona are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Knocks it out wide. Looking for a runner. Dembele. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
De Jong.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And here's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Messi. Hoisted. Impressive jump. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Messi is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Looking to play him in. Pelé. Neymar. Bullet. Searching pass he's played there. No luck with that dink over the top. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, it's Dembele. Vitinha, and it's Messi. He won't be happy with that one. And that signals the end of the first period. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. So off we go again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. And it's Maldini. Now it's Hullet for Messi. And it's Vieira. De Jong. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, this is intriguing.
Tries to play it through. Dembele. Now it's Pelé. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Picked out brilliantly. He's having a pop! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Cambio de jugadores.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hullet. And it's De Jong. Probing pass. And he was alert to it. Roberto Baggio, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And here's Hullet.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. And here's Messi. Messi purring through the gears.
Messi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
That has not gone well. Roberto Baggio. And Mateus.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Messi. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that was vital. Puskás. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Messi. And this is Hullet. Vieira. And it's Hullet. Cruyff. Hullet. Puskás. Chance for a shot! And no mistake. Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 21, Luis Suárez. El dorsal 10,
Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
El dorsal 9,
So the first goal of the game.
Messi.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
El dorsal 4, Eto'o. El dorsal 7,
Raúl plays it in.
El dorsal 17, el dorsal 14, el dorsal 8.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Puskás. Good pressure, determined, intense. No way through. Cruyff. Hullet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Cruyff can see things others simply cannot. And a chance! And that's a sharp finish. Barcelona are back in business. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, at this stage, Pete...
And the finish! Incredible! Just incredible! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that looks a decent... And the shot! And he's stuck it away! And this is getting better and better. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So is that the decisive goal? Not... And that's that. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Puskás taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Roma definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, you could make a case to say, Jim, that Park Ji-sung is the most successful Asian export ever.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Hugely popular, and it's hard to argue if you look at his record at the very top level. A player with an impeccable work ethic and discipline, and he has the knack of turning up at all the big games too.
Well, that's been cut out. Well played. And Hullet! It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Luis Suarez. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
O'Shea. Hullet. Can he finish? There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
So, a breakthrough already.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now it's Scholes. Robson crosses it in.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Rijkaard. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's in a good position here. It's a goal kick. Robson. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vitinha. Caceres promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Messi. Scholes. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Distributed tidily. Oh, and that is really good tenacity. It's their second corner of the game. Played out towards the right wing. Chance! Oh, what a save from Van der Sar! It's gone out for a throw-in. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. O'Shea, this is a promising build-up. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Hullet. Dembele! It's Dembele! And that is quite wonderful! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And smartly reclaimed. Looking to play him in, and this is Park Ji-sung. It's a sweeping cross. Tevez! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Tevez clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Tevez. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now it's Cantona.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Knocks it into space. He's in one-on-one. Messi! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
A case now of complete control. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
Roma absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
It's hard to believe we're only at half-time. The lead is 3, but for how long? It's anyone's guess. The second half is up and running. And here's Owen. Luis Suarez. Scholes. Now it's Cantona. And a chance! And that's off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Messi engages and forces him off the ball. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Tries to pass it through. Deftly away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Vieira wins the duel this time. Now it's Luis Suarez. He has found the way through. And Messi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Hullet. Well, it's still early in the second half, but this does look like a job already done. Vieira. Now it's Hullet. Luis Suarez. He is through here. Very nicely done. Almost an hour gone. Vieira. He's in a great position here. And this is Dembele. Now they could break here. Ferdinand. Darren Fletcher. Now Robson. In early.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 20.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Numero 10. Messi. Numero 22. Lasciano il campo per il numero 5. Owen.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Il numero 26.
Great vision.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's Vieira. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish. His utter joy. He engages with absolute happiness. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Mateus. Into the last quarter of an hour. Chance here to counter. And it's Scholes. Nicely shaped ball. And there's green grass ahead of him. Real chance! Goal! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
At least that has given their people something to smile about.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Arrived on cue, but fluffed his line.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Owen goes short. Best proves just a little bit too strong. Robson. Rooney. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Owen. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Hullet. He's got a one. Goes for a shot! And there's a goal! So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Into the last 5 minutes. Stam. Shifted it to the flank. And it's O'Shea. And Darren Fletcher. Now it's Scholes. Takes a shot! Brought out the best in the keeper. Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Mateus. Foot in.
Il quarto uomo indica
Rooney.
4 minuti di recupero.
4 extra minutes added on. Cruyff. Looking for the run. It's a threatening ball. He's having a shot! And a neat finish! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business. And we're done. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's down to business here.
This guy, Roberto Carlos, really is a unique player, Peter.
I don't think anyone would argue with that.
The pace, the power, the set pieces, the way he constantly surges forward.
And a fabulous urgency about everything he does.
That's exactly it.
And he's intervened well there. Now it's Luis Suarez. Guti. And here's Hullet. Pelé. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And now the breakaway. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Can he get it through? Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Pelé, nicely weighted ball. And the through ball. Great chance! And it's a goal!
Can you think of a better way to have started this game? Talk about how to stamp your authority on things. You've just seen it.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Forced to go, Vitinha! It's their second corner of the game. Messi goes short. Pass somewhat off target. And now they can spring out of defence. Messi. Now it's Dembele. Oh, played through for the wide man. That is a brilliant interception.
Roma are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Vieira. Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi. Dembele. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Quality ball. Now it's Hullet. He's through here. And this is Luis Suarez. A header! And that's in. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And he was quick to react. Vieira. Oh, that's a key interception.
Inter definitely like their pressing from the front.
It's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponent...
And the finish! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. 15 minutes till half-time. And here's Hullet. Cafu. Nice control. Caceres defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Aubameyang. Now it's Pelé, looking to play him in. Vitinha to Messi. Now it's Hullet. And here's Suarez. Roberto Carlos. Pelé.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And this is Pelé. Oh, just skips, shapes to shoot. Goal, Inter. And again they hit the front. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Well, this is shot at goal! And there's a goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
So again, we have parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Roberto Carlos. Messi. And for the first half, that is that. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. And so the action is resumed. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that's well seen too. Guti. Passing nice and neat. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That has ended up in no man's land. And this is Hullet. Takes a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Corner number 2 then. Kaká. Messi. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Hullet. Vitinha can so cleverly bypass the press. Pelé. Guti. Getting up there! Oh, crossbar! Suarez is herring after that one. Kaká. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vitinha. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, it's Dembele. And it's Vitinha. Vieira. And it's Messi. And here's Suarez. And pull it! It's loose. Oh, what has happened here? The cutback. Pullet, given the lift of his goal. Pullet charging forward, the ball at his feet. Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kaká.
This is the time you need that pace.
Pullet. Threads one in. Shot, surely! Goal! Inter! And they get themselves in front! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 20.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Inter Milan have their lead.
Messi.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Numero 5.
Looking for options for movement.
Il numero 18. Il numero 6.
Kaká.
Il numero 26.
So what can they make of this? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Mateus. Thuram. Vieira. Now it's Pelé.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Guti. Vieira. And it's Michel Platini. And he's found a way past. They are queuing up to have a go here.
Roma really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
So, third corner of the game.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7. Lascia il campo per il numero 11. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball, and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Owen. Owen going face-to-face with his great rival. It's run loose. Who's going to get... Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So their fourth corner of the game. They've played it short. Platini. And he's managed to get free. Lovely feet. And he's been shifted off it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Decent chance! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it!
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question, how long is there left, including...
Could be danger here! There's the shot! Goal! They have stolen level at the last! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Chance! Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And that's it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Platini taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, how will we look back on that?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result just...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle.
Well, Alessandro Nesta turns defence into an art form. If you like your defenders slick and quick, this is the man.
Yeah, am I right in saying he started out as a fullback?
Yeah, I think he may have begun his career as a fullback, but he...
And Cruyff! Johan Cruyff! An individual masterpiece!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And there's
And the finish! Pele. And here's Suarez. He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Bullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Cruyff. Threads one in. Big chance! And no mistake. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
There was to be only one outcome.
Not even
Impressive jump! Goal! Barcelona! And they get themselves in front! Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Messi, very much a man of this moment, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Cruyff, lobbed in behind, Pele. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Hullet. Oh, they can break here. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Roma really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Dembele is herring after that one. Hullet. Marcelo. And he was quick to react. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rummenigge. Hullet. Vieira. Vitinha. And it's Messi. And he's intervened well there. Messi. Dembele. Messi. Messi purring through the gears. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Vieira. Quality ball. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Strokes it back. That's Vieira. And it's Hullet. Maldini deals with that comfortably. Can he spark a counter here? Great defending, strong and determined. Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass. Looking to play him in. Messi. Now who's going to be first to this? Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Rijkaard. Hullet. Messi. Hullet gets a foot in here. Messi. This is a promising build-up. Vitinha. Lovely, now then. And this is Luis Suarez. Desai. No way through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Cruyff. And he's got the beating of his man. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. He's having a good look here. An opportunity then to pull clear here. Bullet! Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Caceres spots it and intercepts. Now it's Hullet. And this is Dembele. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Suarez.
Well,
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we are back on the way.
Roma can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And here's Hullet. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Pele.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Rijkaard calmly anticipates. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Luis Suarez. Hullet gets a good foot in there. Rummenigge. Cruyff. And he's found a way past. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Vitinha conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Luis Suarez, and he's had it nicked away. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune. Cruyff! It's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
But Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 23. El dorsal
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Barcelona go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Tries to play it through. Now it's Owen. And here's Rafael Leao. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Vitinha really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And it's Baggio. Nesta does really well to win the ball there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
Vieira. Sweet feet. Oh, beautifully shaped ball. And that was asking for too much. Cruyff. And it's Cruyff. Nicely weighted ball. Owen. Owen will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cruyff with the cross. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Pelé. And it's Baggio. Rafael Leao. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Rummenigge. Shoots!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Half an hour gone in the second half. Vieira. Hullet. Rummenigge. Could move up a gear here. That's a cute ball. Oh, good take in a good area. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Rummenigge wins the duel this time. Baggio running with the ball. Vieira. Now Cruyff. Looking for the run. Stam gets across to intercept that. And here's Baggio. Baggio proves just a little bit too strong. Best. Can he get it through? He can run onto that. Oh, he's all alone. Best couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Ambitious ball here. Vitinha. Cruyff. Now it's Rafael Leao. Vitinha. Cruyff. Now it's Owen. That is very well defended. Pelé looking understandably energised after his goal. And it's Baggio. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. That's at the end. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty awry, and the outcome in the end virtually unavoidable. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Switzerland have opted... And the finish! Oh, how's that for a goal? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the game springs instantly to life.
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Mbappe! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Knocks it into space. Rijkaard kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Guardiola with the foul. Caceres. Here's Vitinha. Vieira. And it's Gullit. Oh, good ball! Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Guardiola. Quality ball. He's looking wide. And it's Makalele.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Gullit. Tries to play it through. And Gullit! Well, that was too close for comfort.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Makalele. Great vision. This is Dembele. Surely he can't. Can he finish? It's a goal. They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Looking for options for movement. Lovely bit of skill. Great defending, strong and determined. Gullit is always scanning the pitch for targets. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Rummenigge. Great chance! Goal! Switzerland! Into the lead once more. So smooth. A signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Switzerland with the lead. And this is Dembele. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And now the breakaway. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bellingham. Can he latch on to this? Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Guardiola. Gullit. Well seen. Saw that coming. Luis Suarez. Vitinha plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Bellingham. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Bellingham. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And it's Gullit. And here's Suarez. Vieira. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Guardiola has created one goal already.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And here's Gullit. Vitinha. Makaleli. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Hostilities have resumed at the... Goes for a shot! And it's in! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Bellingham. Here's Makaleli. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Good ball, good touch. Shoots! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Substitution for Switzerland. Number
So
21,
changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Number 14, Gullit. Number 9, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
Best.
Coming on the field.
Best going face to face with his great rival. Makaleli.
Junior. Number 19.
Mission one has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
Substitutions taking place.
Caceres. Platini. So we've reached the hour mark. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. That's really well manoeuvred. Platini. Now it's Puskas. And Mateus.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's Gullit. Roberto Baggio. And he was alert to it. Tries to pass it through. Chance! Well taken goal. And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Guardiola. Nesta. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
It is a corner.
Substitution for Switzerland.
They've got a healthy
23,
number of very tall targets to pick out
Number
from
8,
this corner.
Pep Guardiola. Coming on the field, number 4, Dani Olmo. Number 10, Mateus.
Roma clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
It's Makalele. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pull it. Can he get on the end of this? Stam. Thuram. Oh, this looks sharp. Makalele. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Puskas. Threads one in. Can he finish? And that's a tidy finish. 2 ahead, late in the day. Game over, surely. And that is a goal worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Oh, that was vital. Dani Olmo. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. It's run loose here. Has a look and plays it forward. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Best. And here's Rooney.
4 added minutes has been
To
indicated.
a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Well, there's a probing ball. Short changes him with that pass. Platini. And it's Vieira. Mateus. And it's Baggio. Stam. Rooney. Best. And that's been... So that's it. It is all over. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Things already rolling.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback
TQ
combinations
안녕하세요.
can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle, and either...
It's rising! Oh, it's come off the upright. Now it's Hullet. And the counter is on. Now it's Havertz. Calafiori. Good ball, good take. Plays it across. Towering header! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Dembele. And this is Messi. Backward it goes. And it's Hullet. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Hullet with a real chance here. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Hullet! Oh, smart save, he had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. And now a
쌍한기요.
sudden chance to counter. Swung over. Saka. Messi. And it's Hullet. Vitinha can so cleverly bypass the press.
Roma are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Zubimendi. And here's Havertz. Rice. Shifted it to the flank. Pings it across. Zubimendi. He'll try from distance. Oh, cracking effort.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Space for him to turn and look. There's the header! Messi. That's a lovely, neat pass.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, well measured. And this is Luis Suarez. And he's straight offside. Well, that pass isn't the best. Ødegaard. And it's Ødegaard. Spread out to the left. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Vieira. Vitinha.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Zubimendi. Played towards the other side.
Well spotted.
Saka has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Messi.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Hullet. He's cut it out. White. It's Saka. Rice. And he's intervened well there. Dembele. Messi. Brilliantly cut out. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Roma clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Thuram makes the interception.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
No way through. Ødegaard. Now it's Saka. And he skips past his man. Messi. And it's Vitinha. Vieira. Played through into space. Zubimendi. To Havertz. And it's Ødegaard. And it's White. For Rice. Calafiori. And here's Martinelli. And he whips and shoots! Oh, that probably deserved better.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And so the action is resumed.
Roma can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Gabriel. Rice. Calafiori. Shifted it to the flank. Calafiori. And here's Martinelli. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Dembele. Oh, they can break here. Great vision. Vitinha. And he's found a way past. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Saka going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Martinelli. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Can he get it through? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Aims beyond the defence. Ødegaard! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Ødegaard really looked as though he had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Substitution.
Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Guardiola. Calafiori kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Knocks it into space. Well, played right into his path. Saka receives it in a wide position.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Ødegaard. And it's Rice. Saka. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And again, they run up against Saka! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That has not gone well. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Now Subimendi. Vieira. Plays a sharp little ball here. Hullet. That's an excellent interception.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Guardiola. Passing nice and neat. Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Gabriel. It's in, and that looks to me very much like an own goal.
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
That's good play. Now this could be a chance, and it's Ødegaard. And here's Saka.
Arsenal clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Saka.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Arsenal have their second corner now. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's managed to get free. Hullet. And this is Hullet getting up there. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
키키윽 저도 지금 게임 한 판 해보려고요.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 8.
So we have movement on both benches.
Number 7, Bukayo Saka. Number 29.
Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Madueke. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Number 23, Mikel Merino. Number 5, Incapien. Substitution in progress.
The final 5 minutes. And it's Hullet.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And this is Hullet. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Puskás.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, this is a great big chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Real chance! Merino. Madueke. And that will be the final act. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaint.